Hello my loves, it's Kemi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video I really just wanted to sit down and just get glam, a real true old school YouTube style vibe, just putting on some makeup and just getting glam. Not for a particular reason, just because I just want to look pretty. And I ended up with this gorgeous makeup look which I think is perfect for like a special occasion. It's just like super pretty. We've got sparkling eyes, a semi-matte skin and a glossy shiny lips. So without further ado, grab your makeup bag and let's get glam together. This feels like old school style YouTube days where you just sit down, put on some makeup and just get full on glam, and I'm just here for it. We are starting off with eyes and I have got some concealer from my brows. I'm just going to blend out the creases. I feel like I want to do like a full glam today. I'm going to quickly go in with my Laura Mercier translucent press powder. This is in the shade Honey. I'm going to set my entire lid with this. For eyeshadow, I'm still deciding which one to use. I've got here the NYX Ultimate Queen eyeshadow palette. It's just like neutral shades. It has shimmers and mattes in here as well. But I'm also thinking to use my Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge eyeshadow palette. These shadows are more like cool tone. I don't really know which one to go for. This is the time where I wish like you guys were here in real life to actually give me an answer. I want to stick to one palette because using two palettes, yes, it's like might be easier for me for an eye look, but it's not practical in terms of like to you guys. So I think I'm going to use the NYX Ultimate Queen eyeshadow palette because it just has all the transition shades that I'm going to use today, and I can get my dark brown shades from this palette as well. The shadows don't really have names, so we're just going to go with pointing and just showing you guys where I'm using them. Personally, when I do my eyeshadow, I like to work from my crease upwards. So I was going with like the medium shade, so that way I can build lightness into my transition, into my brow bone, and then can deepen out to smoke out my lash line. This gives me like a guide basically, and I think the shade I'm going to use for today, this shade right here. We're going to place it right in the crease. Just going to work that all the way in, blend it out using a circular motion. And I know a lot of people don't like wearing eyeshadow, but I feel like eyeshadow for me just like makes the look. I feel like it's what separates like my everyday look to like my going out look. Unless like days where I don't feel like wearing eyeshadow, but majority of the time from going out, I want a little, soft glam, smoky, toasty eye look on the lid. That's just like my vibe. I feel like that's everyone's vibe lately, to be fair. And I don't really blame people because the look eats. It's just very suitable for everyone. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, which is next to the first shade that we used. Use this to blend out the edges of it. Because I feel like you might need to forgive me because I feel like I might need to go into the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette. But we'll see what this dark brown shade right here gives me. It's not really smoking the way that I want it to smoke. So I'm just going to go into this palette. We're going to grab this shade called Fearless right here. And we're just going to smoke out the edges. I think I'm going to grab the purple shade in here. It's like a dark purpley shade. And I'm going to use it to smoke this out a little bit more. When it comes to eyeshadow, you just want to take your time in building and creating that gradient effect, so that way everything's like nice and smooth. Because the last thing you need is harsh lines. Harsh lines is not cute. I'm going to go in the black shade in here just to smoke out my lash line. For the lid, we're going to go in with this pretty shade right here. It's like a coppery shade. Oh, that's gorgeous. It's not really showing on camera, but it's gorgeous in real life. You just have to believe me, okay? I personally like to apply my shimmers with my finger. I feel like you get a better colour payout with them, but you get a better control when you use a brush. I do want to add this blush in Drip Drip from Made by Mitchell. Shit is just so glittery. Like, oh, I wish you guys can see that it's like blinding in real life because shit is so intense. Oh. Do you guys see that? Oh, I really hope you guys can see this on camera. It is so stunning. The eyes is just sparkling. And I'm just going to go back in with that black shade just to smoke this out a little bit more. And then using the same brush, I'm going to do a mixture of these two shades right here. Just to smoke it out. So that way it's not like a harsh line. So that everything just like blends into one. And then we're just going to go in with an eyeliner and just line our lash line with this. Mascara, we're going to go in with the Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara. One of my favourite mascaras for someone that wears lashes. She actually makes my eyelashes look like I've got some. In order for you to get that makeup artist look, what you want to do is grab a micellar water with a cotton bud or a cotton pad, whichever one you have closer to you. Just want to shove this in there. And what you want to do is just clean up the edges of your eyeshadow with this. It just makes it look a little bit more like you've done a lot more work. Now when I go in my concealer, it's going to look even cleaner. But that is pretty much it for the eyes for now. Now I'm going to move on to skin. And I'm going to start off by using my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I'm going to massage this onto my skin. This gives such a good hydration to the skin. If you have dull skin, I would definitely recommend a product like this because it just brings your skin to like life. The scent of it is quite strong, but in terms of like making your skin look juicy and just radiant, yeah, this gives that. And I've got glitter on my hands, so now it's all over my face. Great. I'm just gonna allow this to sit for about 3 minutes. And for primer, we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer, and a little of the product goes a long way. That little amount can do my whole side of my face, like. And then last of our skin prep, our Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Setting Spray. Now I'm going to go in my Charlotte Tilbury Radiant Skin Concealer to cover up my under eye bags. I don't have bags, I have dark circles. Because, you know, I don't get enough sleep, ciao. And my screen time is crazy, so I do actually need to stop being on my phone. That is something I definitely need to work on because, yo, I can't be like glued to my face. Like, I need to touch some grass. Because I'm on the computer at work majority of my time. I edit for like 4+ hours on my laptop. Then I go to bed with my phone in my hand. Yeah, I definitely need to, one, get new glasses because my glasses now are not working for me as much. The Specsavers will be seeing me soon, unfortunately. Now with a flat brush, I'm going to go in now with my Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Concealer in the shade 55N. I'm just going to use this to carve out my eyeshadow. But the problem is sometimes I don't be getting it even, so my eyes be looking lopsided, so I don't really do this that much. For foundation, I've actually been liking using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Bomb Foundation first, and then going in with whatever foundation I want to use on the day. I don't know, something about putting this underneath just makes my whole makeup eat, and I have been liking it, so I'm just going to keep doing that on like nights out because it just looks so good. The shade I wear in this is 10. It does put a little red on me. I do look like an Oompa Loompa when I first put this on. But you guys already know, you just have to trust the process. When it comes to makeup, we trust the process. We don't judge. We wait till the finished result. Okay. This product just gives like an element of like smoothness to my skin. For foundation, we're going to be using the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Foundation. The shade I wear in this is 560. And I am going to use a little bit of this because I already have the Danessa Myricks underneath. I'm just going to blend this on top. And that little amount is good enough. Gonna go in now with my Huda Beauty Full Filter Concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I'm gonna place this right here. And then the best way that I find that I get good coverage of my concealers is going in with a flat foundation brush and you're just gonna tap your concealer in. You find out this doesn't take away that much product and it gives you like a really nice blend. I also use the flat brush to like clean up the edges of your eyeshadow as well. Now I'm going to go in with my P. Louise the Cheek of It Liquid Bronzer. This is in the shade Chocolate Charm, a recent favourite of mine. And then for blush, we're also going to use the P. Louise the Cheek of It Liquid Blush. This is in the shade Red Velvet. I think I might have OD'd, but it's fine. We love a little blush blindness. Going with a beauty sponge and just blend everywhere. And then before we start setting, I'm going to go back in with our setting spray. You can see that now how everything just like nicely blended into each other. I'm going to go back in with my Laura Mercier translucent pressed powder. I'm just going to use this to lightly set my highlighted areas. This actually got to be one of my favourite moments when doing my makeup. You start to see like everything come to life. And then to lock in the concealer, when I use the Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. I really just want to press the powder in. Jump scare, looking very light, but don't worry. We're about to go in with the C's Perfecting Pressed Powder by Revolution Pro in the shade Dark. And we're just going to set our entire face with this and just bring back our colour. And then for powder bronze, we're going to use the Juvia's Place Bronzing Duo in the shade Deep Dark. I'm going to grab this shade to bronze with. I feel like I need to deepen this up a little bit, so I'm going to go in with the powder foundation by Juvia's Place in the shade Niger. Ooh, a bit too much there. I'm going to go back in and just wipe away any excess powder. Oh my goodness, I wasn't even recording. Hopefully you guys didn't mismatch. But what I've done now is go in with the first brown shade that I used and I just placed that on my lower lash line. Hopefully that's what you guys missed. I don't know until I watched the finished bag. And then I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here and place that closer to my lash line. Eyeliner for my waterline, we're using the YSL waterproof eyeliner in the shade 1. And then to lock in the makeup, I'm going to do a combination of the Charlotte Tilbury, which is what I've been using throughout the video. Then I'm going to finish it off with my ABH Impeccable Setting Spray. This is a matte setting spray. So lashes on, I applied some mascara onto my bottom lashes as well. Now for blush, we're going to go in with the NYX Buttermelt blush in the shade Back and Butter. One of my favourite blushes currently. It's just so pretty. Like, just add life to the cheeks. It has like a little bit of like sheen to it, so like gives a little bit of a highlight as well. And you can accidentally AD with this product, like a little goes a long way. And then finally for lips, I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty lip contour stain in the shade Rich Brown. These are really good for like night out, so you don't really have to like reapply them throughout the night. Even like for everyday use as well. Pretty. And I'm just gonna like deepen up a little bit with my Primark eyeliner. For lips, we're gonna go in with Lawless Beauty Forget the Filler lip gloss in the shade Needy. Then I'm gonna go on top of that with my MUA Nourishing Shimmer lip gloss. So my loves, we have come to the end of today's video. What do you guys think about this makeup look? This might be a potential birthday makeup glam. My birthday is next year. It's just so pretty. Like, the eyes are literally just dancing. Like, there's just something about, you know, sitting down and just putting on some makeup. It just makes you feel good. I'm pretty sure like every girl has this feeling where you just feel good. So that is all for today's video, cousins. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like always, I love you guys so much, and inshallah I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye cousins. Mwah.